So as straightforward and intriguing as this chapter was, I get the feeling this was just straight up set up for the elusive chapter 900, and certain plot points that's going to take place in the next chapter are already set up. We have Daifuku on the ship, and we know for a fact that now I think it's confirmed that Sanji has to be the one to fight him. But this is up for us. We don't have the strength to fight back, but I get the feeling because Chopper was he's looking to fix up Luffy, and then says, "Yo, Sanji, I'm going to heal you up too because you got shot, didn't you?" So I get the feeling that's going to happen next week. So once they leave Whole Cake Island, that's officially when Jinbei joins the crew because he's no longer under Big Mom's protection nor the Fisherman Pirates. So we are subordinates. So we're going to follow you until the end. So until you decide to join the Straw Hat Pirates, which is going to be next. I get the feeling that's going to be in the next chapter. Start off with a cover page, and once again we get introduced to more of Harudin's pirate crew. In this case, last week we got introduced to Road, so shout out to Road Camelot, the navigator. This week we got introduced to the Cook Goldberg. So Cook and Goldberg don't really go mixed hand in hand. But I get the feeling we're just going to get introduced to the crew. I don't know if we're going to actually get to see Elbaf. And I guess next week, one way or another, we're going to find out what Big Mom's fate's going to be. Whether or not she continues in the story or not. Pretty much Paris Barrow giving that the 411 about, I guess, go home. Beige and Chiffon dropped the cake off at Puff's Island, or in this case, Sherbet Town. The cake, and she hasn't eaten it yet. That's going to take place in chapter 900. Paris Barrow kind of laid out as if she eats the cake and doesn't get poisoned, but it doesn't taste that good, then she's going to go on a rampage. And the third, this is going to straight up happen. It's not poison, but Big Mom somehow miraculously enjoys the cake. That's what's going to happen. I don't know. It depends what happens. Oda does with Big Mom after that, whether or not she passes out, or whether or not she just straight up dies from the taste of eating something scrumptious. Remember what happened to Capone when he and Garo and Vito only ate part of the cake? That he's already surpassed the head chef Strusen, and that being Sanji. We know that already, but the fact that Chiffon said that, and that's the reason why they're not abandoning that town, because they have faith in Sanji. That's going to lead up to Big Mom eating the cake, and she's either going to pass out or she's going to die because of the taste of it. That's the only two outcomes I see now. We don't really get to see, I guess, the Vince Smokes, but we do get to see Judge by the end of this chapter, and unfortunately it does not seem like a farewell because, one, he has the bandages covering up his eyebrow. The reason for being, I know a lot of people predicted this already, the same direction as Sanji's, and that's the reason why it's been hidden all this long. It's very similar to what happened with Doflamingo. When Luffy took him down and the sunglasses shattered, we didn't get to see Doflamingo with that shade, so we're going to get to see Doflamingo in the future, no question, whether it's impaled down or not. I think it's similar here. We may not have seen the last of Judge, but the way he talked about Sanji, like these fools are, instead of embracing your pride as a German 66 soldier. And then Sanji, I guess Judge kind of asked Luffy, why are you helping this guy out? He's nothing but a failure. And Luffy was being himself, but he said, why did Judge point out all of Sanji's good traits? And I like that, even though it's classic Luffy. He was like part of the fleet that shot these ships that were under the command of, I guess, Commander Snack. We didn't get to see Snack at all, which is kind of disappointing considering the fact that he was hyped up and they Oda brought him back in. So what happens to Snack in all this? So there's a certain amount of Big Mom pirates that I don't think that their story's ended. Katakuri's being one, and Commander Snack, or former Commander Snack, is another. Smoothly, definitely not, because we haven't seen anything from her. Although she actually did something for the first time. Everybody's excited because obviously now Sanji and Luffy rejoined the crew. So the group and Whole Cake Island are finally reunited. Can you imagine that hype that's going to take place when officially the entire crew plus Jinbei will all be together again in Wano? That's going to be great. I can't wait to see that. But that's definitely going to take place. I guess plus Carrot as well, because she's obviously going to be there. Whether or not she becomes an honorary Straw Hat member after Wano, I don't know. And I would be surprised if we get a Vince Smoke alliance in the future with Luffy. I really would not. So, given what happened in chapter 800 with the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, don't be surprised if that's what happens in the future. For sure, this did not feel like a farewell. Maybe for Judge and Sanji it is, but for the Vince Smokes, I don't think it is. So I hope there's more to it than just that. Then we cut over to, I guess, Mondor, and once again him being proving why he's one of the most useless subordinates of the Big Mom Pirates, because because he was chatting with Perospero how to deal with this, and then on top of that, he was freaking out because now he's realized that Stussy and Big News Morgans have already left. Why didn't you take care of them when they were there? But I get the feeling Stussy would have killed them anyway. But now he finally realizes, oh, we can't let them escape, especially Big News Morgans. Why? And I've been stating this ever since he took the picture of Big Mom, because that is going to get that news is going to reach worldwide, regardless if Big Mom gets killed or not. Reach Marijoa and plus Al-Qainu, and that push up the bounties. That's a fact now. So there's no reason for Oda to touch on that if it's not going to take place. So yeah. Speaking of Al-Qainu, there's a quick update during the week about Al-Qainu and how strong he is, and it goes like this. Oda pretty much stated the following: if Al-Qainu would have been the protagonist of the series, the story of One Piece would have been wrapped up within a year. Within a year. So there you go. So that just hypes up the strength of Al-Qainu even further, which is even going to hype up the final arc even more so. So we had Daifuku on the ship. He was looking to attack Kara, and that's going to bring Sanji in, because number one, he's about to attack a lady. Two, he did nail Pudding at the altar, so that Sanji hasn't forgotten that. And I guess the final part of it is he's the only one that can fight Daifuku right now, because Jinbei's taking the helms. I guess Smoothie, despite the distraction of Judge, was still able to circle around and actually corner the Straw Hats, and the Sunny was actually being shot at. It was looking bad. Daifuku unleashes the genie. I think this is the biggest we've ever seen Daifuku's genie. So this is screaming up 1v1 versus Sanji, which is why we didn't get that in this chapter. It's setting up for next week's Elusive Night, chapter 900. So Sanji has to get the power up and the win for this arc to be concluded. For Sanji's character. Since it's going to happen, obviously Big Mom's going to eat the cake, and we're probably going to find out what the last request of Pudding to Sanji was. Whether or not it was a make-out scene or not, we're going to get to find that out. So chapter 900 is going to be a big one, and given the way this chapter ended, with, I guess, Wadatsumi appearing under the water on some Whitebeard Moby Dick type shit, like he did in Marineford, that was epic. So he appeared out of nowhere, catches Smoothie up and the rest of the fleet off guard. I'm kind of hoping we get to see what Smoothie can do, because she can increase the size. But if not, then man, the rest of the Sun Pirates come into town, and this just hyped up, because I get the feeling something similar is going to happen on Wano. Can you imagine Marco the Phoenix coming in from under the ground in Wano with Neko Mushi, yo Mugiwara, we'll come to lend you a hand. Or Shanks doing the same thing, because that's a possibility too, that another Yonko man showing up. So that's going to be straight up hype for Wano, if that's what we got next week. Like I said, I think Jinbei's going to join the crew by the end of this arc. Whether or not the end of the arc takes place in chapter 900, two things are for sure. One, Big Mom's fate will be sealed, and B, Sanji will finally get the wrap up of his character. So I can't wait for that. It was just straight up set up for the chapter 900, which Oda's already been working on. So I can't wait to see how things play itself out, because after that, we're only 100 chapters away from the elusive 1000. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.